Well, welcome to Plumwatch Walk. We're up here in the upper reaches and the western reaches of the Pennines in the national park. We're going to be starting from Byrness and heading up on the path of the Pennine Way. We're going to be getting through Windy Crag and then heading up to the site of an old Roman fort. So let's see what adventures we've got along the way, and before that let's have a look at the route. We start at Byrness and pick up the Pennine Way, passing Windy Crag and Raven's Knowe before reaching the Roman camp and fort at Chew Green. We return via the Roman road of Dere Street and then head along the route of the Cottonshope Burn. What a great start to the walk. We're going to be dropping down to the farm and then we're going to be following the river along, picking up the Pennine Way straight off, and then we're going to be heading up onto the hills and the fells. Oh, we've got a beautiful, very late November morning, just turned 8 o'clock, still below zero, and we're now just popping over the river Reed on the path of the Pennine Way. So we've just started off nice and fresh, and looking forward to a great day's walking ahead of us, I think. Beautiful backdrop here in the Northumberland National Park. As we head down the path, we've got a bridge just ahead of us, pretty much centre of picture. Behind it is Byrness, not sure that's how you pronounce it, and up behind there is Byrness Hill. So that's our first little bit of a climb, and then we'll start heading over the fells and pick up some of these peaks along the way. But very nice morning for this. Just going to Byrness, and here we've got St Francis Church. I'll show you just in a second. Built in 1793, it was actually the smallest diocese in Newcastle. It's the presence of the medieval slab suggests an older chapel was once there. So there we've got the church, very picturesque, and we've picked up with the main road, so we've got just a short walk along to our left, and then we're going to be picking up and start to hit some of the peaks. I'm not sure if you can see this, we're just getting the first few flakes of snow coming through. How nice is that? See the reservoir just pretty much centre of picture. We've come up through the woods. It's been a steady climb, to be perfectly honest. Nice, a bit steady. A rather large rock here, and we continue our climb up to the summit which we have ahead. So you can see we're on the Pennine Way. This is the last 24 miles, and about 3 miles we're going to be joining the Border Ridge, which is the climb to the highest point on the Cheviot on the walk. So just got a little bit to head up here, and we're going to be up at the peak. Well, we're up at the top of Byrness Hill at the cairn. You get a really nice view from here. You can see the valley we've walked through. We've climbed up to here, and you've got Cottonshope Reservoir. See the snow coming down. Oh, very nice. And then we've got our path up over the ridges into the cloud, probably the snow, and round. So that's our next stage of the walk. Quick sit rep. Everything going well as we come along. We pass a number of these signs, basically military range. Keep to the path, and there's a lot of ordnance going off this morning. So path continues. You can see it pretty well defined. Centre of screen ahead of us, and we're going up into the clouds again. Good thing about being on the Pennine Way, the paths are really well defined, so it's pretty hard to get lost, but it's really pleasant walking. We can easily see ahead of us here with the path meandering its way across the fells. Quick update, everything's going well, over in the clouds. You can see here there's quite a bit of frost and light snow, and up ahead there, just in the mist, is Windy Crag, and we'll get up on top of there. Hopefully we'll get a bit of a view through the valley. Very picturesque. Starting to get into some nice winter walking. We're up on top of Raven's Pike, and you can see it's an archaeological area, and we've got the cairn, which needs to be disguised as a Dalek. Well, quick sit rep. We've just dropped down off Raven's Nose, and the clouds just broken a bit. See the path meandering ahead of us there, but over in the west here, that's what makes it all worthwhile. Beautiful. You know it's cold when you take your gloves off to do a bit of filming. After about a minute or 2 minutes you can feel the ends of your fingers are going numb. So yeah, so it's sure minus a few degrees, that's for sure. But yeah, really nice winter walk. Looks like the clouds breaking. It'd be fabulous if it could keep broken. It's starting to pick up some of the wonderful scenery. Panning around, have a look west. Obviously it doesn't appear to be a huge amount of snow or whitening across there. If we pull round, pretty much centre of screen now is where we've just come down from. Apologies for the sun. And you can see where all the snow is, basically where we've been walking. Always nice to see. We've got some signage here. Oh dear me, that one's wiped out a bit. Anyway, all to do with the Pennine Way, so we just need to keep on walking, and we're not that far now from the site of the medieval village. Ahead of us here, just on the hill you can see ahead of us, this is the site of the Roman camp and fortlet, which is the medieval village of Encampment. Excuse my pronunciation. There's an old map in the top corner, I'll show you where it is. There's nothing of it left, it appears to be, but what a remote location. So we do a pan round. It's back in Roman times. There was a village, a fortress. This is the point where we leave a few things behind us. So we've got the site of the Roman fort, and we are leaving behind us the Pennine Way. Pennine Way heads up over the hill that way. We are going to follow now Dere Street, which was a Roman road, site of a Roman road. So we need to drop down into the valley here and then start to pull up the other side and get over the top and then follow the other side of the horseshoe back down. As we climb out of the valley, we've got some really interesting signs here from the Northumberland National Parks, and we can see the camp itself. The information's quite interesting, and you can see the camp and the outlines, the camp, the wagon park and fortress, etc. And if we pan up, we can see on the hillside there, we can start to see some of the lines of where the camp was. And if we go back down onto the map, we can see where we are, and we're coming down to the southwest to Byrness and heading back down there. So we're about halfway there. Quick update, we're still on Dere Street. Just wanted to show you some of the spectacular backdrop around here. Dere Street is actually currently tarmac road. Makes a nice break. So we've got a little bit further to go on this before we pull back across and head off piste again. Well, as we come to the end of Dere Street, there's a little bit of a T-junction here, and got some signs up here. I don't know if we can see that against the backdrop, but it says public footpath. So it looks as if we're continue on tarmac for a little while longer, heading back down into the valley now. The weather's been ever so kind today, which has been much appreciated. As we descend slightly, we're picking up a really good view of where we've been. So pretty much centre of picture there, that was the cairn that we picked up after the climb through the trees, and we walked along the ridge, and Windy Crag there, continued on, and then behind the hillock, which is centre of screen now. So yeah, it's nice to see it in real life, because it was in the clouds when we were up there. As we follow the path down, it's worth keeping an eye open. There's a little waterfall there, which is very nice, in the burn. You can hear that in the background, that's ordnance fire. We've had that with us most of the day actually. The great thing about walking this time of year is when the sun's low, you get some most beautiful shadows and reflections. It just brings all the contours to life. Pretty stunning. If you've watched some of my walks before, you know that I keep turning around and saying, don't forget to look behind you. And this is one which just encapsulates that. The view back up the valley here, just beautiful. Oh, what a great day out that's been. The mixture of walking's been really good. This morning, getting up across some of the peaks along there was good fun. And then we got up, that was on the Pennine Way, and then we got up to the fort. And coming back down, it's been on road, on tarmac, but it hasn't deteriorated, hasn't deterred the enjoyment of the walk. It's been a really nice day out, nearly in December now. So if you like what we do, it'd be wonderful if you could subscribe. At the time of videoing this, we're getting close to 1,000 subs, so any more would be much appreciated. Anyone who watches the videos, thank you ever so much. I hope you enjoy it. Any thumbs up or whatever, fantastic. There's a load of links below. But until the next time we meet and until the next walk, bye for now.